Hello and welcome to the third installment in the demo and instructional video series for K8 Poker TournaManager. In this video, we will demonstrate how to manage levels, set blinds, antes, and durations and more. From the main screen we click the Level Management button from the Host Administrative Control panel. Next, we enter a password if one has been set up, and then click Submit. If accessing this module for the first time, the Level Management form will appear with the default schedule. You will notice that the default schedule is set up with 15-minute rounds and 5-minute breaks after every 3 rounds of play. The default schedule is also set up so that the blinds begin at 25 and 50 and double from there on, with some variations sprinkled throughout. You will also notice that the default schedule does not include any rounds with antes. Not to worry, in this video we will demonstrate all of these options and more. Before we jump into modifying the default schedule, let's get acquainted with the layout of this screen. At the top are General Table Management buttons. Along the right-hand side and at the top are 2 additional Table Management buttons, which allow the operator to move the selected row up or down within the schedule. Note, there are a couple of restrictions for these buttons. The Move Row Up button is disabled if the top row is selected, as it cannot be moved any higher than where it already is. Likewise, if the last or bottom row in the schedule is selected, it cannot be moved down. To move a row, simply select a row like this and click the Move Row Up button. To move it down, click the Move Row Down button. To change a round to a break or vice versa, select the desired level and click the round/break button to toggle it between the 2 options. You will notice that if you change a round to a break, the blinds and antes are set to zeros, as those attributes do not apply to breaks. At the bottom right we see the duration control and input area. The main portion of the form is a data grid of the rounds and breaks. The leftmost column is referred to as the level key and is for reference purposes only. It is comprised of the level type, R for round or B for break, and the level number. Notice that level numbers for rounds and breaks are incremented independently. The remaining columns in the data grid are self-explanatory. So let's update the blinds for this level. To set the small blind, simply input in the desired amount for the small blind. Or use the up and down incrementing arrows to increase or decrease the value. Like this. You may notice that the lowest value allowed for a blind is 25. Next we'll set the big blind to double the small blind. Next, let's suppose we introduce antes at level 7. We select the row corresponding to the 7th round in the table and we enter an ante of 1000. We also want to lengthen the durations for the later rounds, and we do so like this. If we want to apply uniform durations to the rounds and breaks for the entire schedule, we would click the Uniform Durations button here. However, currently, this button is disabled as the updates that we have made have not been saved to the Permanent Levels table. Therefore it is beneficial to set these as soon as you access the form. I will save and close now to demonstrate this. Notice that the save and close process automatically checks the schedule for obvious conflicts, such as the big blind being less than the small blind of a prior round. Allow me to demo this now. As you see, a warning message appears informing you of the conflict. We click OK and return to the data grid to correct the issue. We save and close again, and this time the schedule passes the data integrity checker. Now we will return to the Level Management module once again. This time we'll click the Uniform Durations button here. We read and acknowledge the warning by clicking Continue, or we click Cancel to exit the process. Here we are prompted to enter the number of minutes for all rounds and all breaks. Suppose we are running a deep stack tournament and we want all rounds to be 30 minutes and all breaks to be 10 minutes. We enter a 30 here, a 10 here, and click Apply now. The product will inform you that uniform level durations have been successfully applied. Click OK to acknowledge this message. Then click Level Management once more and enter your password, and you will see that all of the rounds are set to 30 minutes and all of the breaks are set to 10 minutes. To add a new row to the end of the schedule, we click the Add Row button here. If we click to select the newly added row, we can update the blinds and move it up in the schedule like this. To delete a level or break, simply select the row and click Delete Row here. We have already discussed the Save and Close button as well as the Close Without Save button. This concludes our demonstration of the level management module of K8 Poker TournaManager. We thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please click like or subscribe. Be sure to check out the other product videos once they are published to the support section of the K8software.com website.